Welcome everybody. I came by Rubey and we're back. Topic on hand today is a good one. Controlling your time. Oh, this one I like because in order to control your time, you should really, how they say, you know what? Scratch it. I'm going to go from my heart. Take this. Time itself, you can't get back. You want to know why? I'll tell you why. Time is precious. A lot of times I have seen people throughout life that they will work their whole life and try to provide for their kids and their family or whatever circumstances that you are or for yourself, run themselves into the ground, gave the kids the best life they could, their wife, but never had time to spend with them. One thing I want to tell you, time is so precious that to me there's nothing in the world, no money, no materialistic things, nothing. The time you want to know what's really precious? So I came by Rubey, time, because I can't get time back. I'll give you a perfect example. I always heard stories like this of people in, whether it be a CEO or let's say a businessman or whatever, a businesswoman or someone in charge of many things at a high level of whatever it may be within their life. You can ask them what's the most precious time, the most precious thing, and they'll tell you it's time. I'll tell you why it's time, because you can't get that back. Once time is gone, it's gone. That's it. So to them, it's like if they go to meet you or whatever, and you are not there at that specific time, they are going to leave. Not think twice in an instance because they must go because their time is precious. Another thing for this is, okay, so we say, well, how can we use time to our advantage? Now that's all up to you. How you use your time. Some people don't let time control them. Some people let time control them crazily. Like, for instance, you're going on vacation. And this always seems to happen. I know for me, we're going to pack our bags, do everything beforehand. Well, for me, I'm running around the last minute, family, kids, wife, and you're like, oh my gosh, we're gonna miss there, we're running late and all this. Because we always want to plan things specifically, but one thing, even in the scientific world, I believe there's always an X factor. You can plan things to the T, and there can be something that comes about that was not planned. You could do this in tons of stuff, whether it's business, military, this. They always have plan for plan for plan for plan. Because if that don't work out, we got to go to the next point, the next point, the next point. Right? It's like a movie. This, oh, well, the extraction point A has been compromised. Go to B, go to C, go to D. Throughout your life, let me tell you something. Always plan for the unexpected. Plan, figure it out, put it out, do it on paper, whatever you want to do. But at the same time, do not let time control you. You are the master. You are the one that holds the keys to all of that. You can control your time. For example, when I was younger, I had this older gentleman give me a piece of knowledge and wisdom because I've always had this from when I was younger. I would always ask questions and always sit down with people. And people would always would always tell me, you seem older than what you are. So what people were doing in my age group, I was totally not with that. I was always with people older because I always wanted to know wisdom, knowledge, and question myself. And so I was sitting down having a great conversation with someone where I was at the job at that time. Many jobs I had. One of them. And he said to me, you know what, Rube? What your problem is? You need to slow down. And I didn't understand him at that time because I was always, even at the job, he saw me. I would do things. I was great, but quick. They used to call me the Taz. They see I would just see dust around me when I was going past them. Did it work? Yes, it did. Sometimes it did. Sometimes it would bite me in the butt. I'll tell you why. Because I always would wind up sometimes doing things maybe 2-3 times. Sometimes it would work out, or sometimes I would have issues because of that. As I started to get older, getting more knowledge, more wisdom, I started to realize I have to slow the pace down because that way I could think about what I wanted to do, the plan, execute it. That way I didn't have to make these mistakes and go back because what did I say? you can't get back time. If anything out of this video, always remember this: you cannot get back time. That's why a lot of people will say make the best or the most of your time. For instance, a lot of now what we have in our society, especially where we live, for myself in the United States, everything is quick. How fast can you get it to me? How fast can you give me my fast food? Why you not have this? Why is this not here? What's going on? We have become in a type of society that we have no patience whatsoever for anything, whether it comes to driving, whether it comes to your children, whether it comes to your wife or husband. And this was indoctrinated in us because of the society we created. In some ways, it's great because our technology and our information flies at such a fast pace that you can sit down, honestly, go on YouTube just like this or wherever on your computer. You could learn something that maybe 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago would take you a lot of time. Someone would have to show you the skill. You would have to practice it and hope that you could even find someone that knew how to do what you were trying to achieve. Now we are in an era that you can just go. I'll give you a perfect example on YouTube. Ah, man, this is not working. I know what to do. Let me YouTube this thing, and I bet you I could find it out. I had a friend of mine one time. It was so funny. I forgot what he said. Oh gosh, it was so good. He was like, I am YouTube certified. And I said, what do you mean by that? I could fix or do anything. So true, so true. So back to what that older person said to me, that gentleman. Slow your pace down. Enjoy life. It goes by so fast. And do what's right for you and what you want to do and you love, because I guess what? You don't want to be that one that looks back and says, I should have enjoyed all those moments with my children or my wife. Anything like that. Sometimes I'll be honest with you, I could just sit down somewhere and I'll take a moment and stare at my son or my wife and say, boy, I'm glad that I'm actually just spending this minute of time with them. Ooh, yeah, I feel a little emotional there. And the love that I have for them. I was like, this is what it's about. This is what it's about. Not running in and out and say, I'll be right back. I'll do this. I'll do that. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, no. Put those brakes on and really appreciate everyone you have around you, your things, even your pets, whatever it may be, your hobbies. Go out, do that. So, okay, now we can hit some bulletins that I have here. Controlling your time. Don't rush. We went into that. Plan and execute whatever it is you want to do, and understand some things take time. Even myself, I am trying to accomplish, I'll be real honest with you, certain things that I'm trying to do right now. And sometimes I get discouraged. I'm human, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just not seeing this outcome. I'm not seeing it come through. And then I sit back and I'm like, I came by Rubey. You have to keep smashing at it. Keep going. Don't stop. And I know I might drive you guys and girls crazy, but I'm going to keep pounding that in your head. Don't stop, whatever it is. Don't let this world chew you up and spit you back out, because it will. This is a tough place. I'm telling you right now. Because a lot of times, I'll give you a perfect example. A little bit off topic, but I just came into my head, and I want to say it, is that sometimes we wonder why bad things happen. And I came to the conclusion is because we were given such a beautiful gift of free will. And that free will comes with much responsibility. But with this free will, you sometimes wonder, does good need bad to survive? Does bad need good to survive? Think about that one. I came by Rubey the philosopher. Think about that. So now back to controlling your time. So we said don't rush, plan and execute what you want to do. Remember, take your time, maintain what you're doing throughout the process, and evolve. Ooh, that's a good word, evolve. You have to evolve with the times. And most of all, the last thing I want to leave you with is, as I look up and ponder in my brain, you can't get back time, people. You can't. You can't. Don't waste your time on whatever it may be, from your bad habits to your bad thoughts to your negativity. That's all wasting your time, draining your energy, draining the energy around you. Me, myself, I've been in many situations where a lot of times I've told you, I'll be honest with you, Get out of the situation that you're in if it's bringing you down. It's no good. There's sometimes I don't want to really get into it. Maybe in another video I will. But I myself are in certain situations, but I learned how to deal with them. Because there's certain situations you can't get out of. It's just your surroundings, and it could be within your home or your workplace or whatever it may be. Learn to deal with it. Learn to think about it. Change the thought process. Use your time valuable, and don't let anything get to you. Listen, and that all starts with loving yourself first. Love yourself, you'll be able to love others. Control that time. You are the master of your time. Take care.